question 10. So here we're given some information about the weights of raspberries and strawberries. We know that altogether the total amount that John buys is 6.6 kilograms. We also know the cost per kilogram of raspberries and strawberries and the total amount he spends. So we've already been given two pieces of information, the total weight and the total price. So we're already starting to think, right, we're probably going to have to do a simultaneous equation here somewhere. So first let's just set out what letters I'm going to use for this. So we've got the amount of raspberries in kilograms, and you can call this whatever letter you want. R, I'm going to use X, you can choose whatever letter you want, and also the amount of strawberries in kilograms, I'm going to call Y. But again, you could have used R and S. It's just that sometimes an S looks a little bit like a 5, so this way it's less confusing. Okay, so that's what we call the weights. The total cost of the raspberries then, well, if we know that the amount in kilograms is X, and each kilogram costs £1.85, that means to find the total cost, we do £1.85 times X. So 1.85 times X, so 1.85X. The same for the cost of the strawberries. They cost £1.62. The total amount of them is Y, so 1.62Y is the cost of the strawberries. So then our total cost, if we write this as an equation, will be the cost of the raspberries, which is 1.85x, plus the cost of the strawberries, which is 1.62y, and the total cost, we're told, is £11.29. So we've set up our equation for the cost. We also know the total weight. So this is going to be the weight of the raspberries, which is X, plus the weight of the strawberries, which is Y, and we know the total weight is 6.6 kilograms. So we can already see we've got two equations there. So because I haven't got coefficients in front of X or Y here, it's probably going to be a good idea to use a method of substitution, i.e. where I rearrange equation 2 to make it X equals something or Y equals something, and then substitute that into equation 1. So you could do it either way. I'm just going to say this means that X equals, if I take away Y from both sides, 6.6 minus Y. So I've now got an equation which I'll call 3, which gives X equals something. So what we can now do is substitute wherever X appears in my first equation, replace it with 6.6 minus Y. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sub 3 into my first equation. So I'm now going to have 1.85 times, I'm replacing the X with this, so times 6.6 minus Y. I've then got the plus 1.62Y, and that gives me 11.29. So if I multiply out the brackets there, then I get 1.85 times 6.6, which you should get 12.21. Then I've got 1.85 times minus Y, so that's minus 1.85Y. Then I've got plus 1.62Y, and that equals 11.29. Okay, so now it's just a matter of simplifying it. So I can collect these two things together because I've got minus 1.85y plus 1.62y. So if I do that on my calculator, 12.21, that's going to be minus 0.23y. Okay, remember I want to get the y by itself, so I've got to rearrange, so I need to get rid of this 12.21, so I'm going to take away 12.21 from both sides, or however you rearrange it. These will cancel, So I get minus 0.23y equals 11.29, take away minus 12.21, which is minus 0.92. I want to get the y by itself, so I've got to get rid of this in front. So I divide both sides by the coefficient, minus 0.23, divided by minus 0.23, which gives y equals minus 0.92 divided by minus 0.23, which if you put that out on your calculator, gives you 4. That means then that my y was my amount of strawberries, so we have 4 kilograms of strawberries, so 4 kilograms of strawberries. I can now use that to work out the amount of raspberries that I have. So remember I said x is my amount of raspberries, x is equal to 6.6 take away y. So x equals 6.6 take away y, which is 4, which is 2.6, which means we've got 2.6 kilograms of raspberries. We can check we've got this right because we know we should have 6.6 kilograms altogether. 4 plus 2.6 is 6.6, so we know we've probably done it right.